ビーストキングダムの獣人たち、実はそこがそれで夜な夜な
警備が夜に手薄になるなら宿屋で休んでいた方が良さそうです。エリオット、待っていてね。結界を解く方法を知ってる人はいないか。
誰も信じてくれないけど、俺は見たん。
Oh, what's good? Serumless when? I don't know. When I have world record here. I'll learn it. I said I would. How was the stream, guys? I'm just really hoping my controller doesn't troll me. Nice. How is the time looking compared to Serum? Is it like 20, 30 minutes slower or something like that? Nice. I'm glad it works on other categories too. I used the same quick kill setup with Durin as well, and it worked fine, so... Okay, so... That's fine. You're not even having to go that much slower. What? I'm getting terrible encounters in this area. What the hell is this? It'll get there. I mean, there was even more chatter. I caught up on the Discord today. They're still talking about it, so just need people to run it. Just need people to run it. Once there's like 5 runs, they'll be like, okay, let's just put it on a board. My plan is probably to get a good PB with Angela, hopefully right here. I think Durin is better on these easy difficulties. I really do. Because I was thinking about it today, and what's it called? Using Dark Reese, all you give up is mental boost, but you get to run like I think it's better. I don't know, because I'm the normal run in 313 just seems so fast. I think it's better when you're running Durin. With Angela, I don't think it's good enough because mental boost is too important with Angela. You know, it's gonna take me a while to pick up the all the tech though. I've never even messed with any of the any percent tech. And who knows, it might be really tough for me to learn it. Come on, be nice to me. I haven't skipped that encounter in like a week and a half. Yeah, it just comes down to optimization, but... Like, it might be that if you play perfectly, Angela might be better. But... Durin is definitely more consistent and really not much slower at all. Like, he's almost the same speed. And I think RNG, if you get good RNG, I think Angela's better. Because if the bosses are just nice to your party, I mean... It's a good look. Thanks, Strain. Hopefully this works out for me. I'm like... The reason I haven't run in a few days on stream or anything, or trying to record it, is because I'm like really afraid of getting tilted from my controller or whatever is causing the weird movement problem. Because it tilts me pretty heavily, but we'll see. Like if I have it when I get to like SOM 1 or 2, I can't build up a sprint, and then I just miss the skips and things like that. Although, on the off-stream hard run I had the glitchy movement, and I still clutched out the SOM1 skip first try. It was very strange. Oh, Yeah, I guess I'm not going to change. I was thinking I might change Benevodon order on this run, but I just won't because it didn't change the splits. Or maybe I will anyway. I'll decide when I get there. Because I'm going to put Light Gazer last probably while I'm running Angela. Let's see. What do you think about putting Kevin second? I've seen... Well, I guess with Durin, not with Angela, because you definitely don't want Angela getting the weapon for BNB, but the guy who got the 313 on normal, he has Kevin second, and he, like, kills Hager really fast. But that's, like, the only fight that he's actually in for. Other than that, it's the same, so I'm just... Yeah, I think Attack Saber is pretty broken. But there's a lot of, like, inconsistent translations and phrasings and stuff for buff, so I don't really know what they all mean. No, I'm pretty sure it's not going to buff casters. Melee Angela carry, let's go. That's... Come on, Reese, don't die on me. Did she really just die? Come on. What is this AI? Oh my god, what a fight. And then dive bomb, great. What is this? What is he doing now? Whatever. That's fine. Whatever. By the way, the splits that are on there are actually not accurate. My splits from my PB were not saved for some reason. Even though I actively went and live split and saved splits. So I don't actually know. My early game was really good on this run in particular. My early game on my PB was terrible, but I don't think I've ever gotten a 326, which is why I'm like really confused as to how it's 326 there, because my PB is 322, and the only other run on Archfiend I did was like a 334 or 331, something like that. So it's just not even correct. I don't really know what's wrong with it, but... I try to take advantage of Kevin. I've thought about this on my own while I'm trying to fall asleep, but Kevin when it's nighttime, I'm pretty sure the game actually stores 2 separate models of Kevin and just kind of replaces them when battle starts. Because if I start a combat with like a dash attack and it is going to hit an enemy and the combat starts because that attack hit them, I actually get a double hit. Because I think the first model of Kevin hits, and then it brings in a second model that also has a separate hitbox, and it allows the attack to hit twice. It's very strange, but it also like it controls a little bit funky. Like if you're not really precise, you actually just drop your combo, and you're like, what happened? Oh, he doesn't have it. Right. Wow, they grouped up really nicely for me. Yeah, so I try to do that as much as possible when I'm actually fighting regular encounters. It obviously doesn't do anything for bosses, but it works for any attack. It's not just like something with the dash attack. Like if it's a flying enemy encounter, I've had the jumping attack hit twice. I don't really know why it happens, but and I'm gonna be killing. I might lose time on some of these splits coming up, like Jewel Eater, because I'm gonna be killing I think slightly more encounters. Because with this route, if I can get 2 Molebear Claw drops, I save. There's the 360 Lucre chest in Heaven's Way that you can drop down for. If I don't get any drops, my money route, I need that chest. Because I buy... What is it? 13, 15, 23 buffing items. Visor. Yeah, it's the backup if I don't get drops. The other option is, like, I could just fight more encounters on the way. Because with the EXP route, it's really not that bad. Because I end up having to kill some in Gust Hall on my way back to the Crystal. But that's too big brain for me. I'm not trying to plan out that much. Also, I have a free time save here because I didn't realize that on the map you can actually wrap when you're on Vuskov. I didn't realize you could wrap around the world. So I've been going to Golems and then swimming all the way to Desert, like from the map, and not just wrapping north. I think it's more than a few seconds. It's pretty long. Yeah, so like the guy who did the normal run, he had some... The weirdest thing that I saw is like he fought some really questionable encounters, in my opinion. Like that one Rabite plus armored goblin right there, he fought that every time he walked past it. And it was just very confusing to me. But I mean, I think he did the math because I'm pretty sure he finished Bill Ben and was level 18, like exactly right there. So I think he did the math, but at the same time, it's questionable. Like, I can't remember if these splits have my, like, super, super terrible golems or whatever. We'll see. Yeah, the EXP routes, they can be decently punishing as well. Like, especially on hard. I didn't look up an EXP route. When I wasn't streaming, I did a hard run, and I got a pretty decent time, but I didn't look up like EXP routes or anything in advance. I ended up grinding for 14 minutes in Gust Hall, and that was sad. I. What is this RNG? I actually aim for damageless on golems to try and get a little extra EXP. Cool. Wait, what was that? I got the stun sound effect and the crystals before he was actually stunned. That was really strange. Okay, easy damageless. That's good. That saves like a full encounter or so. It's 300 EXP, I think, on that boss. I got plus 360 because I killed both of them with class strikes as well. Pretty good. I'm so sad because when I was running Dark Lich and doing like the drops in towns and stuff with Kevin, they all felt good, and now I still do them with Reese, but it's like these little baby boosts. Okay, so I don't know. I feel like some of these splits are from my PB, and maybe some of them aren't. But his minus 12 sounds like it was from my PB. And I'm just... because I'm still at the point where just playing the game, I just get a lot of golds anyway. Just still getting the game. With Glitchless, I think that's more apparent than with any percent, because you got to get really good at these bosses. Especially the early game bosses. I had a terrible Genoa and Bilben, though. I lost a minute and a half on the Genoa and Bilben split. So let's not do that. Oh, I got hit. Damn. Stupid dart. A lot of time I try to re-CS on these encounters to group them, but that one, those enemies just like to not cooperate, and they like to spread out and just like ignore you almost. Sometimes they don't even attack you, they just run around. So it's slower unless they're actually inclined to group up for you. Whew. Yeah, so the glitchy movement thing, usually I don't have it early. It's after some amount of time playing, it just starts happening, so I'll definitely call it out if I end up getting it. It should be pretty obvious if it's happening a lot. I mean, it can happen just a little bit, and it's a little bit harder to tell, but it can happen and be extremely terrible. Yeah, it's possible. I haven't done any maintenance on this controller or anything like that. So these are encounters I didn't kill before, but I got the idea from watching the normal run. It just saves me some EXP later, and anything that can get me a time-saving item drop is relevant. So Dream Read saves me a little bit of time, and so does, obviously, any claws. And, like, this encounter here, I'd have to fight it twice, and I'd have to run twice and stuff like that. It's pretty slow. Instead, I can just kill it one time and save myself a little bit of EXP later. And just CS and one-shot that encounter. Come on, Bat. Nice. I don't think I need to set it. Actually, I'm going to set AI here. I think in early game I need to set their AI to use all their CS more. So that they, mostly, not because of the damage, but because of the iframes and the damage. Okay, let's not Papega the Jewel Eater fight, please. I like Rock Throw. Nope, I do not want to be in front of this boss. That's horrible RNG. Come on, don't do it. Do a third attack. Okay, he did a third attack. I've gotten... Sometimes he only does two, and if he does the slam... he only does two attacks, and he does that slam, you can miss out on a large portion of the rage phase there. I've had that happen. Yeah, the slam sucks for multiple reasons. In that particular spot, I mean, you just lose time, but if you don't have CS to iframe it, it's really questionable. Because the hitbox doesn't come out at the same time as the AoE indicator. It's really misleading. It's very hard to roll it and just iframe it. Is it... I don't think he's fully invincible. Like, if you CS, he still has hitboxes, I think. But he pulls up, like, most of his hitboxes. Like... Okay. Now we hope for drops. Got mole bears coming up. Because I'm gonna kill, I think, 4 or 5 packs of mole bears, maybe 6. Like 20 of the mobs or so. There's a very good chance of getting at least one, but one isn't quite enough. If I get one, I'll probably work in a couple extra encounters instead of picking up the chest. Nope, nothing yet. Rotten luck. If I already had a drop, I would skip this one, but there we go. That's at least one. That's good. They're grouped up. Normally I'd skip that one, but depends on where they go. This is the slowest normal encounter I'll do ever, but this one's worth 900 money. It's like irreplaceable. This encounter gives 100, and then this is an 800 chest. It's too much to give up. I don't want a Batmo Eye. That's actually annoying because it's going to take a spot on my item wheel, and I'm gonna have to remember to fix that later. Okay, there's the drop. Cool. Good. 2 drops is the number that I'm looking for. Wow. What was that positioning? Watching that, from watching that normal run that I was mentioning, he kills a lot more encounters here. This is where he picks up a lot of his experience, and these encounters are actually... I think that entire area is like a weird anomaly in the game, because the encounters give really good EXP for this point in the game, and there's really good items. Like, you get the equivalent of the Palo shop item weapon here. You get like a really early weapon that I wouldn't see for like 20 or 30 minutes. When I was running Kevin first, I would pick that up. See, that was what, like I said, where it can mess up my combo. Where I got the slide, and then it just looked like I kind of hung there. Oh, not what I want. What am I doing? And that's the one thing. Running Durin, you could probably just miss all sorts of money and all sorts of items and everything, and it wouldn't even matter. is you just don't need much. Angela's just the stressful run. Because like the normal run, he bought in Dior, so before Benevidons, he bought like he just like a huge amount of armor. Like he bought like 6-7 pieces of armor. And I'm like, how do you have money? He buys armor, I buy 50 walnuts. Thank you, Gyro. Just looked last night, and a Japanese runner got a 320. So, but like, I'm not worried about the 320. That's not something. That's not fast enough to like think that this is going to be like super hard to beat because of how many mistakes I made. And like on my PB, the 322 there, I lost at least a full minute, probably more, to trying to fix my glitchy controller movement. I thought if I reloaded or I thought if I reloaded and autosave, it might fix it. So I reloaded and autosave at one point. And I also thought maybe if I quit out to menu, it would fix it. So I quit out to menu on that run as well. Which is obviously slow. So I'm pretty confident as long as I don't choke. I mean, there's always a huge chance that I just die on Miss Palm because I'm kind of cursed on that boss. I mean, there's no reason for me to die. I've practiced it like underpowered solo Kevin, not killing any ads and dodging everything, but doesn't matter. Still can just kill me in one shot. Gyro, if you look at normal, the fastest glitchless time is actually on normal right now. It's 3:13. So seeing that there's a 3:13 on a harder difficulty means I have plenty of time to save. Yeah. That's why I'm like, this isn't that optimized, so I'm not too worried about like being competitive and definitely beating the world record or anything like that. Super fast. And that's why I'm trying to get a really good PB here with Angela, and I think I'm going to try and push Durin strats instead of Angela strats. I think there's a lot. The menuing kills it a lot. Considering how much time... Like, I feel like the main reason you're running Angela is because of Curse making the endgame faster. It doesn't make it that much faster. And Durin can really save a lot of time on some of the more annoying mid-game bosses. And not because he does more damage, but because his damage that he provides doesn't require micro and ring menu time. So RTA, I think he's faster on those fights. Even like against Ludgar, he doesn't really add very much more damage. I think Dark Force actually does significantly more damage to that fight than just a non-weakness attack saber buff. But you just don't have to menu. Oh, I don't 3-shot them? Hmm. Yeah, I think Durin strats just end up being more consistent as well, but not necessarily more optimized. Because you just, once you buff, you just control Kevin and dodge things. Yeah, like, just like exactly what you said. Oh, what the hell is that? What? Well, it's not. See, I think that's the misconception, Gyro, that Aftermath and I have been trying to correct here and there, is that Angela is actually better in Class 2 than Durin is. In terms of damage output. Dark Force actually does more, unless, as long as you have enough money to get the weakness items, Angela actually does more damage to most of those bosses. Because a lot of the mid-game bosses don't have a weakness anyway. Like Bill and Ben, Ludgar, and Grapplevine, all of them have no weakness. So Dark Force does huge damage to them when they have the magic defense down debuff, and it's significant. And Durin Class 3 actually is probably faster because Kevin gets so much damage that you just don't have to micro at all. Well, that's the other thing. With Class 1, Durin doesn't really do very much damage because he doesn't have any abilities and he just kind of whacks things. I mean, I'm sure it's slightly more damage, but Angela Holy Bolt is pretty good. On Bill and Ben, it hits pretty well. At least as well as Durin kind of just smacking things. And you don't upgrade their equipment anyway, or anything like that, so it's... The only part of it that I think is significantly faster is Durin is a lot faster on Hager than having Angela there to fight him. Other than that, you don't use him enough that it's significant. Also, that loading zone is not even correct. It's like, the loading zone extends way above the actual doorway. There's a couple of zones like that. There's also like stairs in the ghost ship and stuff like that, where you can kind of hit the loading zones from weird angles, and they just let you go to the next zone without actually hitting things. Yeah, the Class 3 Durin strats that I was trying the other day are like really, really crazy because you make, once you get Flourish and Attack Saber 2, and Kevin with Moon Energy, like, Kevin will crit on pretty much every single attack, and his BBBBY combo, if they're all critting, they're all hitting for like 970 damage, and that's 5 or 6 hits. That's like as much damage as Meteors are doing from Ancient Curse. It's pretty insane. Durin is much easier to run. Like, you don't have to really learn anything. You can just kind of play the game fast and just use buffs that are good and just run. It's a lot easier to run with him. Angela, you have to like play very differently. And you have to get bogged down in menus and all sorts of stuff. And then, but like Charlotte's like the true easy mode. She's definitely slower. She's definitely the slowest third that people are running. Unless people find really sick setups in the mid game with her CS2, CS swapping, because she's the only one of the characters that and classes that are run that actually has a locking CS2, other than Kevin, of course. But you want to be controlling Kevin, so she can lock, and then you can control Kevin for like bosses and stuff. Yeah, the CS swapping, yeah, so yep, that's when you buffer in a CS and then you switch and they get to do it and you get to control a character. I do that mostly in the late game. It's really not that good. when you're using Kevin to do it, because he's your main damage anyway. But late game, I have Reese CS3, which is a meteor thrust in light dark. It's very long and it's a very good lock, and it lets me get Archfiend quick kill and Malokio quick kills. And this is where we find out if I screwed up with my money route. Oh, we're good. I actually have a little extra. Yeah, I have 300 little extra money. So I could have bought another Drake scale. I think there's some fights where I could use a 9th one, but didn't want to ad-lib it right now. Oh. I meant to jump. Don't look at me, don't look at me, don't look at me. On my PB, I had this extremely strange moment after I left the second house here where I had no idea where I was or where my character was or what was going on. I literally ran in a circle for like 15 seconds. It was this very strange experience. Let's not do that again. It was right here. I was like, where am I even going? I saw this house and I was like, what is that? Very strange. That's another little optimization that I think is better. Whenever an NPC, you have to talk to an NPC, even if it seems like you're going way out of your way, you want to get in front of them because their turning animation is ridiculously slow. Like if you talk to them from directly behind, like the worst one that I see when I watch other people's runs is when they talk to the guard in Valsena. Going down the stairs, they talk to him from directly behind him, and I'm like, oh, so slow. They take forever. Okay. Looks like we're on pace for a pretty good split here. Depends on Harpy RNG, though. I just haven't been able to get a strong manip, because I find it hard enough to actually even get consistent damage on her sometimes. Awkward that I don't have Reese CS here, but I would like, because I'm going to kill the really good zombie pack at the beginning of Gust Hall here, but I'd like for her to have her CS at that point. I don't know how to do that one. I would do it, but I haven't practiced it. Oh no. Felt like what I got a small amount of the weird movement. Let's hope it doesn't. It isn't the moment. It's about an hour in. That would be when I would start having issues, probably. Still pretty good. It's because I had her AI set to use all CS for certain bosses, and I didn't change it back for when I wanted to kill regular enemies. So she used up all her CS. Normally, I shouldn't have told her to use all of hers. I should have for Angela for sure, but not her. Should have left her at half. Oh well. Because I also kill this one, but I don't have any good CSs here. That's still pretty good. Oh, don't do that. Angela, don't do that. I never got a Dream Read drop, so I should pick this one up here. I didn't check items. Okay. Wait, how did she just connect with Angela there? What? Oh, that hits behind, yeah. Got it. Okay. Should be okay. Come on. Oh, no. I skipped a phase. That was Monka. I'm gonna get a third supersonic. It's a slow fight. Oh well. It's not terrible. It's pretty average, really, but... Good split, though. Yeah, that one was weird, though, because I guess she has, like, a hitbox while moving towards the AoE, not just the AoE itself, because Angela was nowhere close to that. Kind of weird, but... I probably should have... No, I didn't have enough money. Never mind. Because I have 0 cups of wishes right now. I'm gonna get 3, but... I have 0. It's fine. Yeah, that must have been what happened. Ah, I missed that. Encounter's too slow. Damn it. Huh? Not even close. Damn it. Hate when the AI sabotages me like that. Should have just CS, but I thought I had it. You got me the extra EXP just by randomly using it. Good. The Drake scale never got used, and I didn't see it. Oh, I don't have their AI correct. I didn't set them to attack same, so I might get a bad split here. Damn it. Now, this is good RNG. The way they're standing right now is definitely good. She actually has done the Risei on this fight has been an absolute beast. She iframes so many attacks with Hurricane Thrust. That was actually crazy. It was a really good fight. You don't do enough damage to quick kill him in Bill Ben 1 unless you're maybe on any percent serum. Oh, and I got 18. Look at that EXP route. Nice. They just have so much life, and your damage is just so low. Are you talking about quick kills like don't let them split? Kind of quick kill? Because that's what I'm assuming you mean. That would be the only thing that's really a quick kill. Yeah, you would need a lot of CS locking. It depends on what their AI says, because we've learned that a lot of bosses in this game have ranges at which they're going to use certain abilities. So, like, if Bill and Ben combined is going to divide no matter what, as long as they're less than 50 or whatever, then you're kind of out of luck. But if you get them to 20% and suddenly the AI no longer wants to divide, something like that might work. You're not going to actually fully kill them. Bill and Ben have a ton of life. Both 1 and 2 have a ton of life. Because, like, it's obviously been done. I've seen people in, like, NG Plus runs and whatever. Can kill it before it divides. Because the quick kill would probably just be stun Bill and Ben combined and then do a whole bunch of CS locking back to back. So, like, I think the only way you might be able to do it is if you, like, are running a jank party with, like, Charlotte and Kevin and one other person, all that have CS2 locking specials. I don't know if anybody else has one, but... Yeah, no, it's a very specific property. Light Angela has it. Okay. And Light Angela is really not even bad in the mid game, right? Lucent Beam is like similarly powerful to Dark Force. Now, my gold split on Gorva is very hard to beat. I might beat it just because my EXP route was really, really good here. Usually I have to kill stuff on the way back to the crystal to actually get the level 18, but I had it perfectly right there. Fair enough. I've never actually used light Angela, so. But my gold on Gorva is really hard to beat because I got a 1 cycle on my gold split here is a 1 cycle on this boss, which was pretty crazy. The cards just the stars just aligned really nicely for me. Because like this is people are like, oh, Angela isn't that good, and she just starting from right here, her damage is crazy. Like her damage on Gorva is insane. Yeah, he did Ghost Leader once and then he died in the stun. I think it was a combination of a lot of things working out in my favor with both debuffs getting put on fairly early, and then I just microed some Holy Bolts, and I think Kevin's Abyssal Slice crit as well. Yeah, class 2 Ghost. Yeah. At level like 16 or whatever, you're not 1 cycling. For sure. Yeah, it was super fast. It's like 45 seconds if you get it, but I think you have to get really lucky. I don't actually care about anything on you. Is there a significant damage increase Aftermath if I do Kevin CS swap, Abyssal Slice, and then swap to Angela, and then manually cast a couple Dark Forces or Holy Bolts or whatever, rather than just doing the Q2? I actually just lost time there. I took the wrong path because I was talking. Rather than just queue up 2 casts and then Abyssal Slice. It is, so it's significant? Okay. So you'd still queue in 2, and then you swap, and then you just do more? Okay. I'll be practicing that then. So I guess when I stun Gorva, I'm going to do 1 BBBY, and then a BBY CS swap. I guess. Because I never, ever, will do BBBY CS swap with Kevin. He misses every time. He just flies off to some corner somewhere. To me, it just seems like except when the boss is like really big, like a big body or something like that. Obviously, like Gildervine or something, you're not gonna whiff unless your angle is really, really bad. But like stuff like Ludgar, I feel like I'm never ever gonna land it. Like he's just gonna go off in the corner or something. So I'm actually gonna try something. Normally, I force Angela to be full control from here, but on this fight, she only has 1 spell, and she's gonna spam it pretty consistently. So what are you doing? You like to attack me or not? Oh, I need to... There we go. Back to 0 money. But that's why the money route works out. I get to buy 25 walnuts right there, which holds me off for until final shop in Desert. $20 chocolate, 25 walnuts for up through Bill Ben 2 is pretty good. And a weapon upgrade for her, so that she does damage here. I'm not focusing. Man, her holy bolts against these guys that are weak to it, do more damage than my Kevin combos, I swear. They're like hidden for like 350 when they're not even magic downed yet. I love that loading zone one right there. It doesn't even make sense. Oh, this attack is Monka. Wow, that sucks. Not a big deal. Bruh, stop with that attack, please. I should have queued a second one there, but it's fine. Oh, she did it on her own. Nice. Run! I think I just skipped Ghost Leader 1. This is why I'm gonna get a 1 cycle, right? This is without attack up. It's an easy 1 cycle. Easy. Yeah, you can jump over his first Ghost Leader percent range with Holy Bolt damage, looks like. Yeah, my PB, just for the reference of where this run, what the pace is like, my PB I was plus a minute 30 on Gorva. So I'm already, this is world, this is like a 3:18 pace, I think. Or so. If everything is exactly the same as that run. But again, that also had the quit outs, right? So it's probably 3:16 pace, something like that. I have to menu when I get the flute, so I just have to remember to actually equip the thing there. Whoa. I just kind of clipped into that a little bit. Missed it. I want to see if I can get this encounter skip coming up. It seems like it should not be possible, but apparently it is. Because the normal run got this weird skip. Because normally I fight this because I want the money. Oh, come on. This right here. I want this money. But he was able to, like, skip this encounter completely. Just by jumping. He just did that, and he skipped the counter completely. It was very strange. I actually realized I actually missed some money earlier on, and it didn't end up affecting the run. But I missed like a 160 pickup because there was a different strat that I saw the other guy use to get it. And then I just I did the first part where I didn't fight the encounter, but I didn't go back and get it. It's already on there. Hmm.
雪が積もってますね。上着が欲しいです。
What was the pathing? Is it something like jump back here? Yeah, yeah.
風邪をひく前に水の間のストーンを見つ
Didn't know about that either.
この雪原の先にある氷壁の
Don't be an ass. Okay.
いいんですよね。アルテナ育ちの私でもこの寒さは無理。早く行くわよ。こいつ間違いなく強敵。じゃあね。
Wizard was sleeping on the job. It's good RNG on those guys. I shouldn't fight them. Good. Convenient day transition. Oh, I spaced out. Didn't have to run from this, but that's fine. Up. That was the first sign of weird movement. Okie doke. Let's hope this goes well.
これは大地の裂け目で戦ったアルテナの兵器。つまりあの騎士のアルテナの
Let's do it that way.
いうことですね。
And she's dead. That's fine. She's being hard. She's dead. Never mind. That's Stone Cloud. Like, Not what I wanted. Okay, I'm not reviving her anymore. Just not worth it. Yeah, we're just gonna play it safe. This is kind of slow, but it's okay. This boss is just very scary, so... And I got really bad RNG with the targeting. They really wanted to kill Angela, so... I used a lot of cups there, actually. Still gold, still okay. Even with that slow fight. That's one of the fights where Durin is a lot faster than Angela. Because it's such a dangerous fight for the AI. And you have Attack Saber and Lightning Saber right there, very fast. Yeah, that's the scariest part of the run until... Miss Palm, probably. So, should be good. Billbend does not scare me on this difficulty. Because they can never really one-shot you. Even if you tank all of the shurikens or something like that, you don't die on this difficulty. But if I was running beginner, nothing would ever be scary. Do you, like, revive in the middle of the fight? Like, with them not healing or anything? Okay, yeah, so there's never any... Okay, so there's no stakes. Is taking intentional deaths faster sometimes? Because you get to fill your CS? Does it have like a kind of slow menus and some things like that involved? Come on, Reese, why you gotta use Lance Surge like that? Yeah, buffing, yeah, makes sense. But really, if I watch that fight back and I just watch Angela the whole time, she was such a potato. She just didn't dodge anything. I wasn't even giving her commands while I was breaking the armor, and she just didn't even roll a single time. Frickin' potato. And other times, she just, like, bullet time dodges everything. Yeah, beginner is super low stress in the sense that if I die, it's a reset. Actually, at this pace, if I died to something, I might keep going. Because it would be a PB. But I actually don't know where this comes out, but let's see. Pretty good. Of course. So, when you're trying to get the best time, obviously they're all no death runs, but... Durin players get to Durin players get to buy armor. I get to buy consumables. Yeah, they're absolutely terrible at dodging Grumpkin. I think you could probably micro them. If you notice it, you can control whoever got targeted and get them clear. But yeah, Miss Palm is an absolute nightmare because they're just so bad at dodging. Oh, I never gave her the... her. Really? Okay, you didn't give me an encounter. Yeah, Miss Palm is just scary because he's like the only boss that can really one-shot you. Pretty much at all on it. That and obviously Petrify, but he's the only boss that just absolutely one-shots you if you mess up. Should I ad-lib a different Benevodon order? I know what order it would be, I just didn't change the splits. Man, those ducks make the most crazy sounds. Oh my god. I screwed this run. This run's over. It's not over, but I'm about to lose, like, minutes. Like a full minute. I don't know the best way to recover. I didn't buy rope. Oh, and I... That's tilting. Oh well. What is happening? Oh, I missed. Not what I wanted. Yeah, like, I'm still gonna be on world record pace and I'm about to lose. I don't know, unless somebody knows drop tables. I don't think so. If somebody could quickly look up the map on the resource and hit me up in chat, if there's like a pickup somewhere in here, That would be insane. But okay. Yeah, but I'm just gonna lose. I think it's like a minute. It's fine. Stupid mistake, but it's okay. Can't let it tilt me, because this is still a really good run. Whoa, that was not ideal. Yeah, so the time loss, for anybody that isn't already aware, I have to run back through all this. Normally you would just warp out, but I have to run through it all on the way back. Because I am dumb. We can time it too, how much time I lose. Starting from here, 145.23 or so. I'm guessing a minute and a half. That's my guess. What was that guy doing? He just let me pass for free. Yeah, minute 20. Minute 20 loss right there. It's okay. It's still record pace. Still sub 320. It's like probably 18, 19 now. 18, I'd say. Oh well. Free time save. Because if I tilt, I'm definitely dying to miss palm. 100%. He's looking at me. I don't like it. It's not the first time I've forgotten that rope. I think it's because my EXP route worked out a lot better on this run than it has in the past, and I was 18 right after Bill Ben 1. Normally, I'm not quite there, so I get to Gust Hall and I kill a couple extra zombie packs, and zombies can drop magic ropes. So, more runs than not, I've gotten a drop, because I kill zombie packs. So, my brain is not super primed to doing that, so it's a shame. One run I didn't buy this weapon, but it's such a huge upgrade that you have to buy it. It's like 25 attack or something for Kevin. It's a lot. It looks like I'm still gonna gold this split. Maybe not gold it, but I'm gonna save time on this split, it looks like. Which is kind of crazy. Based on how long the Ludgar fight probably takes. Which seems very strange, but... she doesn't have enough matter. What? Okay, that split was ridiculously fast. I lost a minute 20 to no rope, and I only lost 17 seconds. That fight was extremely optimal. That Ludgar fight right there is really good. It was optimal considering I didn't start with 200 CS on Kevin. I couldn't do an early Abyssal Slice swap. So I should be minus 430. About, if I didn't make that mistake. So. Aftermath, have you ever tried with Angela on Hager Refight using Dark Force micro instead of Curse? Because Dark Force absolutely shreds that boss. And if it multi-hits, it might be better. Because it looks pretty crazy how much damage it does. Okay. Have you figured out a strat at the beginning of Grapplevine so that the AI doesn't get destroyed by Poison Bubble? Or does that not really happen on that on your difficulty or whatever? Oh, what do you do to not get destroyed? They actually dodge it? Because I do, like, my Angela just doesn't dodge stuff, dude. I don't know. But hopefully that works. Oh, okay. So you do, like, make sure Angela survives. Because with Durin's strats, at this point he has Provoke. So the Poison Bubble always targets him, so I run him out at the beginning of the fight when I was using Durin. And then you just cup Reese right after. Or you cup her during the transition maybe, and that's when you buff. Up. These fairies are assholes, I swear. Yeah, at this difficulty, I do not think they survive a bubble. It depends, because sometimes they get hit by all the hits, and sometimes they dodge one or two of the hits randomly. Whoa, what is this glitch? Wait. I just noticed that U1 was still on the screen that whole time. Didn't look like it did anything, but... Come on. Okay, I'll try that. Yeah, I can't set my AI, Reese, to just yeet items, because I don't have... I need to make sure I have enough for the end game. So she isn't... it just means that I can do the same thing, I just need to micro her items instead. I always forget what the upgrade here is, but I think it's worth it. No, it's actually not worth it. I realized that last time, and I just wasted that time again. If you upgrade at Mintus, the upgrade here is, like, super low tier. Thing that I found, though, when I set my teammates to passive and I try and, like, move them out of harm's way and stuff like that, Kevin dies while I'm moving somebody else. Like, almost every time. Don't kill me. No, she doesn't have enough until after this boss. Right. Oh, she's sleeping, that's fine. That's fine, she's dead. She somehow didn't die, so... Come on. Targeting. Targeting. Okay. Never mind. Can we target the body, please? Holy crap. She got hard targeted there. So. What? What just happened? I've had that happen before, that whiff. It's fine, a little bit slow, but not terrible. Yeah, it was a little bit slow. I guess it only hit the foot. Yeah. But it didn't... That's the only explanation for why it did, like, potato damage there. Don't sleep flower me, please. What are you? Yeah, so depending on... I wasn't actually timing how long that fight actually took me, but... Again, my splits for my PB, these are not correct. Some of them might be. I don't really know what's up with these splits. But if this next split is from my PB, I'm going to save a whole lot of time because I did a reload and a quit out. If it's not from my PB, there's probably not going to be a big time save here. Man, it's crazy how well this run just naturally lines up with the night-day cycle. Because I realized that, like, I've only used, I think, one Dream Read so far. And all of these bosses have just lined up very nicely. Yeah, I have to use one during, I think before Benevodon 5, I think is where I have to use it. Maybe it's Benevodon 3 or something. And then one right before Zabelfar. It's always daytime when I get to that point. I could do this again. Again, I haven't practiced it though. There's a little ledge skip there, but I don't know what the angle is. Okay, yeah. So, grapple line was fine. I take that. Which means that I probably lost all 10 of the seconds there to that fight, so I've probably had a similarly fast Vine in the past. Hmm. Okay. Alright. First try, SOM1 skip. Easy. 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 Oh no, it's actually not this split, it's the next split that would have the quit out time in it. It actually wasn't that one. I have even more time. How am I saving all this time? Oh, it was the skip first try. That's what that time save is, I think. This next split is the one that has the quit out in it. Up! Oh, please stop that. I haven't been talking about the glitchy movement because I don't want it to hear me, but getting a little bit of stuttering. You can see it. It's not super bad yet, but starting a little bit. Although I'm past the skip. That's the worst point to have the weird movement problem is right there, because missing that skip makes that skip very, very hard to do. Because for anybody that doesn't know, that skip that I did is probably the hardest ledge skip in this game that we currently know about. That's just like jumps. You need to be running at full speed, jump onto that little pedestal, land on it, keep your full speed by walking a little bit, and then do a full jump kick roll. And if I have my glitchy thing happening, I can't get full speed. Come on. Like down right, right? Yeah. Yeah, I think, do you always face the same direction when leaving a zone? Or is it somehow affected by, like, which direction you entered it from or something? Because I'm pretty good. I know all of the Vuskov ones, because I forced myself to remember. The Flammy ones I'm much less secure on. Oh, you always face literally the same direction? That's crazy. If you always face north, I think that's easier than it being based on your location. I guess I'll pick up this accessory. At the worst, it's like a little bit more money if I end up being short at the end. Don't do this, guys. Ah, what? Not what I wanted. Yeah, it looks like these are not the splits for my PB, based on what the time looks like right now. Yep, not the splits for my PB. At least that one isn't. So, Not where I want. This way. I missed the cycle. That's okay. Actually, you can completely dodge those, I forget. You can just jump, like, you can just completely dodge all these encounters and everything, because the area is so open. I haven't practiced this skip either. So, I'm on the good cycle, so it's not really that big of a deal. Yeah. I haven't had too much issue with it, but I haven't like grinded it out and like practiced it a lot. So we'll see. I got it on hard with Durin before. Oh, glitchy movement. Oh wow. What the hell was that? Why am I so dumb? Is it nighttime? It is. Alright, here we go. Easy. I missed the timing on the claw. Yeah, I knew he had Flame Saver. I don't have enough extra claws to dispel it. It dispels as soon as you kill an altar all the time. It always dispels when you kill an altar, the Flame Saber. So I didn't worry about it there. And I didn't want to use like a whole extra. I didn't want to risk it. I didn't want to dispel it with a claw, right? Because that would be really slow. I wouldn't have the. I would have to waste an extra claw. I'm just gonna stick to my order, even though it's definitely not the optimal order here. I can put land number a little bit later. I know I can put light gazer later. How was I on money? Was I a little bit behind? I think I was a tiny bit behind. But I'll get an extra chest. I don't skip this seed, I skip the Chart Moon seed because Strain told me that there's a way to dodge that, run away from that encounter and still get the chest, but I haven't practiced it. And if you have to kill that encounter, it's the slowest seed. Oh, it was on Kevin. Nope. Whoa. Yeah, I just have to learn that aftermath. But I did time them all out, because there was a run where I got all of them, all 7 of them, even though on my first run I got all 7, which is obviously a waste of time, but I just wanted to time them out. And that one is definitely the slowest by a good amount if you kill the encounter. But yeah, like you can tell, I can obviously put land number later. I have so much damage still on the table there. Is his pattern completely fixed and he doesn't go into stagger phase like until he goes through his attack order, or can he go into it early? How am I on cups? 16, that's plenty. Okay, so then there's no reason for me to sit at 300 CS. Like, I can put him later because you can optimize the damage way more than I am currently. I've realized that on this difficulty and with my armor setup and everything, even if I put Miss Palm's ring on somebody, like Angela, she still dies in one hit to Grumpkin. It's sad. Okay, here's the monk ass time. Actually, let's get a little bit more strength on Kevin here. Oh, he's maxed. Never mind. Everybody's maxed. Never mind. Monka S. Come on, Reese. Run away. I'm gonna need her alive. Cool. That is always the most frightening boss, in my opinion. Everything else... Dangard can randomly kill you. But... we're gonna hope that doesn't happen. Because we're doing it right now, instead of later. Yeah, I leave the... Yeah, my order is pretty safe. It's not really optimal for speed. It's a little bit more safe than it is optimal for... Because I should leave Miss Palm and Dangard to much later. Because doing Figmund and Dolan early, the amount of life difference is probably big enough that it's faster. But it's just very scary. I want Miss Palm to have as little life as possible. I just can't rationalize putting Miss Palm first on... even though they have like such reduced life. Fair enough. I mean, that when I did my hard mode run, I think I did because it was with Durin, I got Figmon to only spike twice. He did it 2 spikes and then he did 4 spikes. He did not do a 3 spikes phase. Did I kill 4 yet? No, I only killed 3. And Dolan, I've gotten close to 1 orb. I've gotten like very close, but never quite. Even when he's been 6th, like in this run. I'm a little bit scared. I'm just gonna hit the autosave. Because if Dangard gives me beam RNG, like bad RNG into beam, and I potato, he can just kill me. Yeah, we're good. I actually like him doing flip RNG right away. No dice. Strengthen, and give me Mulbear. Does it ever tell you what the attack is? What was that RNG? Wow, I missed it. No, I got it. Wow, that was really weird RNG. Pretty good RNG overall on him. Oh, that's a strat. It's better than my initial strat though. My initial strat for that boss was until Strain was in one of my streams that I bricked the run and I was just doing practice percent. And he was watching me with Thunderball and he's like, what are you doing? He was very confused. I didn't realize that you could jump Thunderball. So I was trying to iframe roll it just from the visual cue. And I would get it like 60% of the time, but it looked really Papega. Yeah, it's ground targeted, but I couldn't even tell that it was a ground targeted ability. Like it looked like there was like a ball, like physical thing that was coming at me, and that was what the issue. That's what it was. It's just a ground target. It's very strange. I actually don't buy the Kevin weapon upgrade. Here. Because these next bosses, I don't need it, and I'd rather save the money. I upgrade Angela's weapon here, just literally for this boss. And she does big damage on all the remaining bosses, so... I don't actually know. For Angela, this is a big upgrade, because she went from the free weapon in the desert, which is Soul Staff, so I think that's like a Mintis level weapon, to a second from the best weapon. I still good on cups? 11? 11 should be good. Yeah, for Angela here, it's a huge upgrade. For Kevin, it's like... Kevin, I just bought the Benevodon 1 weapon on upgrade. So for him, it would only be like a few tiers. So like maybe 8 attack, maybe 10 attack, something like that. But for Angela, that one's huge. I'm curious, in Class 2, does Angela's CS2 do enough damage that on certain bosses it's good to CS swap it? Does it do more than, like, on somebody that's not weak to Dark Force or doesn't get multi-hit? Like, let's say Bill Ben, right? Bill Ben 2 before they split. Like, if you CS swap her CS2, is it, like, a lot of damage, the Star Shower? You know what I mean. Obviously, if they're weak to Dark, you're going to be using Dark Force, but... Really? It's really that weak? I'm going to have to try it. Should still be nighttime. This is bad luck. I haven't gotten a Magic Smash proc yet. There it is. Pretty good. Although that's a pretty standard fight for Light Gazer when you have Angela. I'd probably get the same fight if I put Light Gazer last. Probably wouldn't make a difference. Although I might get 2 cycles, I don't actually know. I already have 6 seeds, right? No, I have to do just Feigmon's seed. By the way, the trick that I've almost been able to one-cycle Dolan is Abyssal Slice. If you are standing in the right spot, you can actually double hit Dolan when he's stunned. You can hit his head has its own hitbox, even if you can't target it directly. Because I've never been able to like target it and tell Angela to Dark Force's head. But I've been able to hit both the head and the body with Abyssal Slice. And when it crits, it feels like I can skip the phase. I'm actually going to try the Angela CS swap right here. If you want to peek at how much damage it looks like it's doing. I'm just going to do it right at the start of Dolan, because Dark Force is like, I mean, it always does a lot of damage, but until he crosses his arms, it doesn't really do that much to Dolan. Obviously, when he's doing Gravity Crush, you spam the crap out of that. I'm actually probably going to CS freeze him during Gravity Crush so that I can continually spam Dark Forces, and then I'll get another one when he goes down for stun. Probably. I can do a couple of urns or something if I need to. There's plenty in that fight. The normal runner, he actually last up before the last Benevodon. Even though he was on Archfiend. So he got 6 seeds with, and he just ignored the Peta seed. It's kind of weird. That did pretty good damage. Okay, and then Dark Force is doing how much damage? It's probably not worth it. Except for if you want at a certain point in the fight to get iframes, it actually did pretty good damage. That's a really... I usually skip this orb, so a little bit slow. Since that killed Angela, I couldn't get the skip, but that's how close I get to one cycling. It's kind of funny. Some people do Dolan last. People that like the kind of the safe strats and leave like the easy bosses to the end. You don't want to do Dolan last because the cutscene that you get puts you at the foot of the stairs and you can't flammy from that zone because it's considered an indoor zone because it's the actual tower first zone and it's considered indoor, so you can't flam. You have to run across that entire arena after you get the cutscene. If you don't do it last, it puts you right at the zone transition. Yeah, like I could class up right here. Do you think that would be faster, Aftermath? If I had picked up the Chartmoon Seed, I could class up right here. And then just probably one cycle Figmund. Probably would be worth it. I wasn't certain what my EXP would look like, but I feel like that would definitely be faster. Because I can't imagine missing the 1 cycle on Figmund if I'm class 3. I didn't have speed on the jump. Well, I have to watch this run back and see how consistent the EXP is. Like, am I just barely here and I wouldn't have it if I did not get hit on X boss, or is it like I didn't get hit on Light Gazer, so I got a whole bunch of extra EXP. If I get hit on Light Gazer, does it just scrap it? But it's probably worth it if I keep it, because the time I lose is just not taking the quick Peta seed and instead taking a slower seed, but I get the chance to make Figmund really fast. So. Not miss the roll. Pepega. Wait, why was he uncontrollable? That was really strange. Almost. Sometimes he gives me RNG where he does like the screen whitening thing in between wall jumps, and sometimes I get the cycle swap. It's super easy and super intuitive, CS swapping. In my opinion, at least. And it's honestly, the Reese 3 ones are the savior. I only have 5? I can't... Do I YOLO it? No, we don't YOLO it. Because I have to go to PETA first. Okay, it's fine. Woo, I almost made a mistake by YOLOing that. I just lose like 30 seconds for landing there early. No, I haven't gone to PETA yet. I autopiloted to Dark Lich route. That's why. Yeah, I'm My brain autopiloted to Dark Lich Root, where you don't pick this one up. At least I only lost a little bit of time, and I didn't, like, possibly super Papega and miss on a class. If I don't class anybody up, but I hatch 5 of them, do I still guaranteed get the 6th one? Is it only if you actually consume one that they start duplicating? Okay, so that wouldn't have been the worst thing in the world. I might have been able to actually save time there. But it's not worth it to like actually do that in a run, but I have to de-equip her most upgraded rod to make sure I can sell it to have enough money to buy those 2 weapons there. Kind of funny. Be good. Panicked for a second there, but we're fine. I don't think I have Flaming Drum hotkeyed for Reese right now. It's the only time you actually need to use it. Okay, we're good. I'll probably lose 30 seconds on this split. Unless I still continue to just be faster. I might not actually lose time, but I know that there's 30 seconds that I can get back if I run again. Because landing and then panicking a little bit and the 2 load screens probably took me 30 seconds there. Just flexing a little bit, you know. Completely unnecessary. Another nice thing about Reese Class 3 is that you never have to rebuff with her. Just a little quality of life thing. That's what her like inherent Class 3 thing is. Is that her buffs last forever. Not that it is really important, because most things die super fast, but... Well, for me, it's more, because of the CS swap that she unlocks being Class 3. A big part of my strategy for 2 of these bosses.
洞窟ですね。急いで闇のマナストーンを探しましょう。皆さん、力を合わせて頑張りましょう。あとビーだ。厳しい戦いになりそうですね。
Come on.
勝ちましょう。逃げるが勝ち。これかな。こんなところ。闇の神竜がいたのですね。世界を救う。この戦いに
Oh.
負けるわけにはいきません。ホーリーモール。まだ隠れていたのですね。
Can I overwrite the last thing in her queue? Yeah, I lost 30 seconds to landing at Mana Sanctuary extra time, still saving time, so that's good. I've lost 2 minutes so far on this run to being dumb. Is he doing a move? Malokio, quick kill right there. For anybody that hasn't seen it. And that's using Reese CS3 to get Meteor Thrust lock so Kevin can dish out a bunch more damage. It wasn't quite optimal. I missed some seconds where Angela wasn't casting, but it's okay. Yeah, depending on when these splits are from, because like I said, my PB splits got destroyed somehow, even though I hit save splits. Not really sure what happened. But if these are not my PB splits, I'm going to save a lot of time in the end. And these next bosses and sections, I'm actually saving a bunch of time. So maybe I'll beat that. I'm on pace to maybe beat the guy's normal time. I think. Depends. But if I hadn't lost 2 minutes, I would absolutely be on pace for that. Might even be on pace for sub 310. Maybe 3-0 something if I hadn't lost that time. Pretty good. I'm absolutely terrified of this attack. Nope, he doesn't get affected by that. I was gonna ask you if there's another like cheeky like run away and hit the switch, but you don't have to deal with this ever, so you won't know. This boss here is definitely a lot faster with Durin because the duelist tag is actually crazy. Sorry if that gets a little bit loud. I'm not really sure about the levels. But Ancient Curse kills can get extremely loud, so. I'm not going to try Dark Force on this run. I'm just going to let this one be normal. I do want to test it. That time it made it look like there's no way it's faster. Oh, I turned down the game audio at one point. That's my bad. Hasn't been a very... Oh well. Not trying to be a streamer. Just trying to record my runs. You can kind of hear a little bit. Most people watching probably play, so they kind of know what they're listening to. There's not much going on. This way you don't have to listen to the annoying Japanese voices that you don't like. Is she getting trap locked? Yes, she is. You have to babysit her. Not what I wanted. I was one boss too early. Not gonna lose this run to not auto-saving. Not gonna happen. Oh, that was wrong. That's bad RNG. Hopefully she only does 2 attacks, though. It's still bad RNG. Nah, I got 3 attacks. So worse RNG than before. Oh, I almost got it. So hopefully it's Rose Slash here. Good. Okay. Fight's over, I just have to not die here. Fine. Oh, I didn't use the claw. Cool. slightly bad RNG. The best RNG is to get her to do usually headbutt into like one other attack and then Rose Slash, sometimes 2 attacks, but I got kind of slow attacks. I got headbutt and I got the kicks, which are fairly slow. Because that fight is, she always does 2 or 3 moves and then she does Rose Slash. And after Rose Slash, she just stays in the same spot and goes into her stagger phase every time. So with the damage output you have at this point in the game, you can just kill her as soon as she does Rose Slash, as long as you don't die to the slashes. Or lose any character, so you just heal up and then you just kill her. Okay. Only one more thing left. Just gotta get the quick kill here. There's 2 more skips and then the quick kill. Where is it? Cool. Oh, I might have done too much damage. I did too much damage. Wow, missed it. Oh well. This time is still very good. I'd be pissed if I didn't have, like, the 2 minutes of stupid losses earlier. I actually don't know this fight very well, sadly. What a Papega Archfiend. Still good.